Hey. Hi, guys. How you doing? Ray here, City Fan TV. City just beaten Aston Villa by 3-1. Sounds quite comfortable. First half, absolutely comfortable. Second half, made some changes at half time, and we didn't have the same flow, that same energy. But hey, look, we held on. Yeah, you could argue. When Coutinho came on for Villa late on, he created some stuff, had some, at least one good shot, created a couple of other good opportunities, and we've got to be happy. Got to be happy, guys. Look, I'm really not sad, but I was really disappointed. But if you caught the team news show, my car broke down. Today, so I was on. We were going out actually looking for cars, and the car broke down on the way home. Fortunately, it was only about a mile from home, if around that, rather than I could have been anywhere. Could have been 20 or 30 miles away, breaking down on the motor. At least I could get my family to walk. They could walk home while I sorted the car out. So I couldn't get to the game. Really gutted because this sounded like the atmosphere was incredible. City first half put on a tremendous display. Oh, Mike, come on, Mike. What's this, a self-congratulatory pat on the back? All right, I'll give you that. But let's be honest, half-time, you were not calling that. At half-time, you were not calling 3-1 because we thought City would go on to get more goals. Let's go through some comments. Great win from Alec. Dre says the first half was more of the City ball. Second half shows they're not quite back. Absolutely. We didn't control the game enough second half. We didn't create enough. We probably did create enough, but I think you just have to stick one away, and at 4-0, game's done. But we made 3 subs at half time. Who do we take off now? Diaz and Walker. No, not Walker. Haaland came off. Alex, very happy. Hi, Condino. I hope you're well, buddy. I hope you're well. Right. What a lineup. What a incredible lineup. Nobody could guess what we would be doing. I certainly didn't get it right. I thought we'd play 3 at the back with Rodri dropping back when he was needed. We actually had Bernardo Silva nipping about at the back. And look, guys, I did say before the game that Bernardo Silva or Gundogan can play alongside Rodri. I didn't expect Bernardo Silva to be in the back line. But the good thing about Bernardo Silva being playing around the back as well was he can carry that ball. So you give him an opportunity, you leave some space, he'll carry that ball into midfield, and then he can start to hurt you. So I really like that. And he can hold that ball well. So that was very, very positive. And it allowed the rest of the team to flow. Unbelievable, this. I'm going to say this, okay? Because it's not as if I've been saying it for weeks. We've been playing too slow, passing the ball too slowly. Today, zip, passing the ball really quickly. And Villa, who'd been on a decent run until they lost against Leicester last week, they've been on a decent run. Unai Emery's doing some pretty good stuff there. But first half they were not in it. I think that's harsh. Coutinho, he's not 5th choice. He's not only in your mind is he 5th choice, and maybe some opposition fans. He's not 5th choice. He has been. If you look back at the minutes after Cancelo, now Cancelo's gone, but I bet you Akanji was probably up there 2nd most minutes, or Ake. So Ake, Akanji, Cancelo, they were the 3 guys who played a lot at the start of the season. So obviously Stones has been in and out. Diaz has been injured. Laporte, was it 6th start of the season for City? So, look, it was a shocking pass. But hey, Villa scored another goal. So let's go through some more points. Dre says, City played the first half. It's far from over. It's back in our hands. At the moment, it's in our hands. If we win the remainder of our games, we win. And as I think Lee Dixon or other people said at half-time, that puts pressure on Arsenal, on their players, because the way City played in that first half is the way we remember City playing in 2017-18, the Centurion season, or the formidable season, the season after. It reminded us of some of that zippy passing, a lot of creativity, a lot of chances. We had a lot of chances, okay? And so if City play like that, it reminded you of what can be done, where City can go on a 12-match winning run. We've done it. A 15-match winning run. We've done that. So it shows you what we are still capable of. And here's the thing. That was done with Laporte back. It was done with Diaz back. Walker, KDB, Gundogan, Mahrez. Did I mention Bernardo? All these players. So all the regulars are back. We look brilliant. Let's be clear. First half, we looked awesome again. Second half, we took players off at half time. Later on, Foden came on for Grealish. And obviously Alvarez came on at half time for Haaland. We didn't look the same. Interesting. I'm not going to go through everything about the goals, but the penalty. All right, it was a bit soft from Grealish, but he was looking for it. But hey, you take them when they come along. Very, very soft. But penalty's a penalty. I was surprised Haaland didn't take it. I thought Haaland takes the penalty. It really helps his confidence again. Now, maybe he didn't take it because he was worried about his confidence of missing it. Was he injured? He came off at half time. I don't know if he was injured. I'm not sure if he was injured or we were resting him. But then Pep did take 3 players off at half time. So maybe we are resting players. Who knows? Who knows? Neil Hanstock says, makes you wonder how we can pass so well on our long grass. Hey, Neil. Know where you're coming from, buddy. Hey, guys, anybody new to the channel, please subscribe. We've had a fantastic run in the last few weeks. Now that I've been doing videos, fantastic run where, we are very, very close to hitting. I'm just looking at the subs and stuff. Very, very close to hitting 1,000 subscribers. We're on 958. That's come out of nowhere. 958, guys. We're only 42 away. 42 subscribers away from hitting that target of 1,000. Would be a magnificent milestone for the rejuvenated channel, because I'm back. I'm back for a while anyway. Especially in the colder months, because I'm out less doing work. So like weekends, I can get some more games. That makes a big difference, and I can do streams rather than going out working. By the end of March, I'll be out there working again. So, hopefully we'll have had this title wrapped up by the end of March. Condino says, I'm not a Kanjo Eddie out, by the way. No worries, mate. Dre says, KDB had a game that reminded all why he's arguably the best ever Premier midfielder, and he still wasn't top form. He had a decent game. Some nice turns, some good passes. Would have been nice for a goal. But we did have so many chances. Alex says, I predicted 3 or 4-1. Dre says, Walker's passes were far more ambitious. Good to see. He keeps the opposition honest with some of his forward passes. Well, with his runs as well, when he can do that. Gary says, lazy towards the end. Absolutely lazy towards the end. It was a disappointing that we didn't go on to get 4 and 5. Look, who's to say it doesn't come down to goal difference? Now, our goal difference off the top of my head is about 6 better than Arsenal right now. But who's to say it doesn't come down to goal difference? We need to make that goal difference worth a point to us. We need to keep pressing home our advantage. Hey, Gary. Oi, buddy. It's been a little while, but nice to have you back. Dre says, great game by Mahrez, but that missed towards the end, though. I accept that. Apparently, there was a little bobble, but he should have... Look, he puts that away. He's man of the match. I'm not sure how much difference that makes in the overall scheme of things, but he puts that away. Another goal, and some of the naysayers, even the ones who say they're blue, City blue through and through, and true blues and all that, who has looked for any chance to slag him off. 2 more goals. His numbers this season would look so much better. An extra goal here or there would look so great. Haaland, there was that chance early on when Gundogan went through and Martinez made a really good save, tipped it round or tapped it around with his foot. And I actually thought at the time that Gundogan would just roll it into Haaland's path and let him tap it in, because I thought that was the ball. Gundogan didn't even look at him, I don't think. Haaland was good like that, asking for the ball. And I think that was the pass. But where he was, Gundogan, most people who want to score will take the shot. So I don't blame him for that, but the better pass was to Haaland. Haaland could have scored there. He could have had the penalty. Could have had a couple of goals. That foul by Martinez, it was a foul by Martinez, okay? He's come out, flapped at the ball, and smacked Haaland with his forearm or something, and then gone down holding his own head. He smacked Haaland. If that was somewhere else on the pitch, you go through and you make a tackle and you clobber someone. There's no way the guy who gets clobbered is getting the free kick against him. The worst that should have happened was the ref should have gotten play on. Gundogan sticks it in, goal. But I don't understand why you've got these silly, they're not rules. It's something that referees do time and time again. They're so generous on goalkeepers. Okay. Martinez came out. He didn't have control of the ball. He knocks it down and he smacks Haaland. Now, Haaland, I'm pretty sure he's taller than Martinez. So Martinez, he's got this advantage of being able to use his hands. If he'd caught the ball and knocked Haaland, I wouldn't complain. But he ended up patting it down kind of, and he clobbered Haaland. So for me, I'm sorry, that actually, you could have easily said that's a penalty because he fouled Haaland and send him off because he clobbered him. Nothing wrong with that for me. And we should have got a goal out of that. It was really, at the time, I was very frustrated because, you want to get those goals quickly. Let's go through some points. You guys are going to give me a big head. Let's see what Andy's saying. First half was excellent, but we dropped to the same old crap in the second half. Need to keep up the energy and the passion. Absolutely. Second half, we took it easy. And we've been doing that too often this season. The good thing is we didn't take it easy at 0-0 or 1-0. We were taking it easy at 3-0. Okay? That's why, if we'd scored I understand why we took the players off in the second half or at halftime, but I would have liked to see players come out and with the same team. I would have liked to see that even for 10 minutes. But I also understand you can only have, 3 substitution moments per game. Halftime is a free one, so I can understand obviously why we did that. But it was frustrating. Bill says, my old channel hasn't done videos for 12 months. It's because I'm not watching women's games. If I was watching women's games, I just haven't got time. Kids are growing up. Last 2-3 weekends, we've been looking for cars. Kids need a lot of, I'm taking them here and there. They need my time. They need my driving skills, my quality driving. My lad's not said that. He said I've ruined this. Had this car with the gearbox. No, not the gearbox. I said it was something dodgy with it. The clutch has gone burnt out. But that's a hire car, so I'm not as bothered as I would normally be. Gary says best show in sign. Hey Gary, hey, what can I say, mate? As I said, you guys will give me a big head. Chris says, not your best, but job done after Villa scored. That's when they started to cause some problems. Coutinho came on. Look, in all honesty, Villa could have had 3, possibly even 4 goals, but City could have had 8 or 10. As I said, that Gundogan, the one that was pushed wide. There was another chance for Haaland where I think one of the defenders just got it hacked away before Haaland finished it off. There was a couple of decent saves from Martinez in the first half. There was another one where Grealish put it onto the far post and the defender blocked the header that came in. So City had plenty of opportunities. It was great to see Haaland actually contributing, not tapping a ball in for a goal, but actually setting up a goal with some brilliant play when he managed to get through to the ball before Martinez, looking up, knowing I actually thought he would. I was a bit disappointed because I thought he had the chance to shoot and score, but it was a really tight angle, and Martinez might have got his foot to that. So you'd been criticising him not for waiting. So I'm glad he waited, looked up, and look at that. What did I say before the game? If you're watching, I talked about Gundogan coming in late, getting goals. He come in late. Ashley Young wasn't watching what was going on. He didn't know where Gundogan was. He was looking at the ball, and Gundogan comes stealing him, sneaking in at the far post, scored that goal. It was fabulous play from City. I think overall, there's no question City deserved that game. Cundino says the lads better not let me down on birthday against Arsenal. How old are you, Cundino? 21 again? Are we going to guess how old you are, Abdallah? I reckon about 23. 23 to 20. No, you sound a bit 27 to 30 to me. Maybe that's because you got a wise head on young shoulders. I don't know. Alex says we need to be better in both halves against Arsenal. Absolutely. Because I tell you what, if we play like we did in the first half against Arsenal, I could see us being a couple of goals up. If we play like we did in the second half against Arsenal, I can see us being a couple of goals down. That's how quickly it can turn. Arsenal are better quality than Villa. That's why Arsenal are top of the table. Dre says it's hard to see City not top on goal difference at the end of the season. Can't believe that people think Haaland makes the team worse. He doesn't make the team stronger. It's my opinion. He doesn't, because we haven't worked out how to work with him, how to utilize him. Today, he had opportunities today. Excuse me. Maybe it was because Villa are not as strong as Arsenal at the back, not strong as Spurs potentially at the back. But we used him. He had a few opportunities, a few half chances. So he's getting there. He's getting there. Graces expect Gundogan to pass to his weaker foot. Yeah, I was, as I said, really surprised. That Martinez moment, Haaland got clobbered and wasn't even looking at the goalkeeper. That's the kind of man. Look, as I said, I firmly believe that should have been a sending off. He's hit him in the head and then gone down holding his own face. That's just cheating. How many times do you want to get done for that? He's fouled the guy in the box. Excuse me. Okay. So, and he's hit him in the head. For me, that was a red card on its own. Then he's gone down holding his face. Okay. I have to see some replays to see if he's actually got caught in the face, or did he bang himself into Haaland? But he banged into Haaland with his arm. So I don't know how Haaland's caught him in the face. It just looks very dubious to me. But as soon as the referee says it's a free kick the other way, City ain't getting that. I mean, I think most teams would not have got that. Maybe Man U or Liverpool might have got that. Gary says Wednesday need to turn up. Absolutely. Dre, maybe the Prem can investigate those decisions. It's not happening, man. You know it. Slime says our players look really tired. They shouldn't do. Because we bring 3 subs on at our time. We brought 3 subs on at our time, so they shouldn't be looking tired. That's the first thing. And then we brought 2 more subs on later on. So we should not have been looking tired. We should not have actually, for the last 20 minutes or so, I think Villa overall, probably you could argue, could have been the better side. Big Morgan, yeah, I was disappointed with Phil Foden. Really disappointed. Just kept passing it back. He just kept passing it back. I wanted him to take Ashley Young on because I'm excuse me, if Grealish can do it against Ashley Young, when Grealish has got as much pace as Foden, why can't Foden do it? Let's look at some more points. Alex coming back to say Foden was in. He's only just come back. What's the story with Foden? Gary, Pep dropped 3 players, okay, he said basically said their attitude wasn't right in training. That was Foden, Walker, Cancelo. He brought them back for a game, I think the 3 of them, and yanked them off at our time when we were shocking. And he basically said, this is Pep looking after himself. He said, I did what the fans said. It didn't work, did it? So he dropped them. Then they were in and out, basically. Foden wasn't coming back. And then he was in the squad he wasn't in the squad for 2 consecutive squads, I think. And Pep said he's not match fit. Well, hang on. The goalkeeper's not match fit. I'll take Moreno. Why is he on the bench? Palmer's certainly not match fit. He's on the bench ahead of Foden. So, as I said to you at the time, I do not believe it was anything to do. It was naught to do with match fitness. It's just a smoke screen. Something else has gone on, okay? As far as I'm concerned, nobody's going to tell me any different. Even if Pep comes out says, no, that's not true. Even if Foden comes out and says, no, that's not true, I don't believe it. Then last week against Spurs, Foden doesn't even make the bench. Pep said he got ill overnight or something, and they had to send him back to Manchester on his own. So he couldn't even stay. So he was that ill, he couldn't stay and watch the players. Now, people who want to defend him say, oh, it could have been contagious. But if it was that serious, you'd have expected Foden to be out for a few days. But he's back training again. So I'm not convinced with what Pep says. And I don't think anybody's going to make me change my mind. Andy Hoyle says, Haaland with a world-class assist. Absolutely. Because he realised he was really a tight angle. And the goalkeeper was obviously closing that tight angle down, making it narrower. And he just held it, waited till Gundogan. He looked up, saw Gundogan coming. Beautiful pass. And who said he can't play? He can't create. Yeah, he can't do anything more than tap-ins. He was fantastic. Dresses Foden just looks rusty. Yeah, look, playing the. I agree with that as well. I'm not going to have a go. Cundino's 23. What did I say? 23. But you sound like you're 27 to 30. No, trust me. Don't wish you were older. Okay, you're at a good age. Enjoy it because hey, I'm older. Okay. Part of me wishes I was younger, but part of me says I'm not doing some stupid stuff anymore. Come on, guys. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. We are getting ever so close to 1,000 subscribers. I'm going to have a look to see how many we're up to, guys. We are so close. We're on 959. We need 41 more people. So, guys, please hit that like button and subscribe. If you're new to the channel, it would be fantastic to hit 1,000 very, very soon. And then I have to work to get my hours back up to 4,000 a year. That would be really good. Alex says referees are poor nowadays. Yeah, some dodgy refs. Haaland doesn't make City stronger, but surely does it. No, it doesn't make us worse, but we're not as good yet. Maybe next season it'll work. But today, that first half performance showed that we can do it. You can argue Villa aren't as good as other teams, but you got to beat everybody. And we didn't beat Everton the other day, a couple of weeks ago. So, it's one of those. We perform like this against Everton, we'd have beat them. We perform like this in the first half against Spurs. We spank them. We'd have spanked Spurs if we perform like this. We've just got to move that ball quickly, intensity, have a bit more physicality, going for some challenges. Walker definitely gives you that. Diaz gives you that leadership as well from the back. So we had different qualities. So we had Walker's physicality and energy and pace. We had Diaz's leadership and a bit of power and physicality as well. We had Laporte, experience. He's back again. We had your top man, KDB, Gundogan, loads and bags of experience. Bernardo buzzing about. So we had a lot of experienced players. You look at the team, it was full of experience. Edison, Walker, Diaz, Laporte, Bernardo, Rodri, KDB, Gundogan, Mahrez. 9 players, you could say, who were regulars last year, weren't they? And then you got, obviously, Grealish, who was in and out. And then you got Haaland. So we went back to what we used to have. And maybe we do the same against Arsenal. It don't work. I don't know. But we did really, really well. Slime says, Alvarez needs to learn English, communicate with the guys. He looked awkward fitting himself playing. Yeah, look, it's his first season with us. He will get better. Still be ready on Wednesday. Look, Arsenal will be up for it too. It's not just going to be City. Arsenal will be up for that game. City will be up for that game. It should be a home dinger. We should have kept the defense as the first half. Gary, I don't know why we changed things around, unless people are injured. Diaz, the funny thing is, Diaz hasn't played for a few games. Now he's back, plays half a game, and he's off again. I just don't get it. Glad for Grealish, says Dre. He's looking like he belongs now. He'll never peak Foden or Sane, but he doesn't need to be. He'll never be peak Foden. Sane. Look, he's keeping Foden out of the team. I just want, honestly, Grealish to work on his pace, because that would make a difference. Now, he could just work a little bit. It's not going to make him, so much quicker, but a little smidgen quicker. Actually, he could win more fouls, more free kicks than he even does now. Condino says that Foden's having family issues. Hey, look, as we said the other week, Bernard said, he's a lad, isn't he? He's a lad. Now, you make your own conclusions. Read between the lines yourself. Who knows what's going on? Maybe he does. Hey, Abhishek, hope you well, buddy. Hope you enjoyed the game. It was a bit hearts in the mouth towards the end of that second half, with Villa having some chances. But, hey, we won it. Dre says, I believe Foden was ill and Pep wasn't planning to use him anyway and thus sent him back. No, the illness, he would have been on the bench. The illness I can accept, but I expect him to be on the bench. He's gone with the squad. So I was surprised. Sent him back. He argued he was ill. Andy, I tell you what, I know you're not at 23. Andy says, I wish I was 23 with the knowledge I have gained, though. Absolutely. Gary says, I think Foden has got too big for his boots. I think there's some of that as well. I think he's Jack the lad. We've already got one Jack the lad, and that's Grealish. Look at the difference. Last season, I think Foden was playing at a decent standard. A season before, even better. He's dropping, and Grealish is edging his way up. I don't think he's ever going to be as good as Foden, technically. But Grealish is starting to do the business, which is why he's playing. Slime says, I see opposition players trying to hurt Haaland many times. Yeah, lots of dodgy tackles. Well, I don't call them tackles, fouls. A bit of too much physicality for me. Let's go through some things. Dre says, I still think Alvarez is a similar player to Gabby J, but a slight lower level. I hope he improves. He's got to. He's a World Cup winner, but that kind of, look, Otamendi's a World Cup winner, so you know where I'm coming from. So he's got to keep improving, but that will only come from playing games, getting used to the players, getting used to the system. As I said, first season, give him one more season. We'll see what he's like after that. Abhishek, first half performance was like usual. City, we were looking to pass the ball fast. 3 balls were there. Grealish was brilliant. Yeah, look, first half, you were literally clapping and cheering in your chair watching that game because we were slick. The speed of which we were passing that ball, Villa couldn't cope. That Bernardo twisting and turning, going one way with the attacker and then going the other way, and then the attacker just gives up, and Bernardo's just cruising through into midfield. It was delightful to watch. Graces would love to see perhaps Ake back at left back versus Arsenal. Yeah. Can you imagine Saka versus Bernardo Silva? I can't see that being ending too good for us. I think Saka versus Ake is pretty much where we want it. The bottom line is, okay, here's the thing. The bottom line is against Arsenal, away from home, we cannot, I repeat, we simply cannot afford to lose. And hey, if Pep goes out for a 0-0 and gets a 0-0, I might not enjoy the game, but you'll right now accept a draw because you put pressure. Look, we're 3 points behind. We're putting pressure on them. And we've seen what they've done recently. Drew with Brentford, lost to Everton. Okay, so the pressure can really get to them. Okay, now we're close. They saw how we played in that first half. If we could have done that in the second half and beat Villa 5-0, I think that increases the pressure. But Arsenal they should realise, and Arteta should be telling them, that City will drop points. City will drop points. So Arsenal have to be brave, have courage, and keep doing what they've been doing rather than panic and worry that City are coming closer. We will drop points. That second half performance showed to me that we will drop points again. Foden is now at a watershed moment. Either sinks or swims and he reaches world-class level, but sink and he could disappear. I don't think he'll disappear into obscurity because he's just too good. I think it's just too good. But you're right. Absolutely. He's 22 years old? He should be coming through. Look, Saka this season has been brilliant, and Foden has been consistently better than Saka. Now, Saka's coming through and he's top. He's going to be top draw the way he's going. Foden already was top draw and he's falling down. I don't understand it. He's just got to get himself sorted. Yeah, Diaz got a yellow card for arguing the ref. Maybe that's why he's taken off, Dre, because we want him for the next game. So I understand. And yeah, I understand one rash challenge and you can end up with another yellow and sent off. Alex's hope ref isn't as bad on Wednesday. Abhishek, we should play Ortega. That is the only grudge I have. Edison can't save. He's brilliant on the ball, but he needs to practice saving the ball too. And I understand that as well. But we were shocking when we lost the ball. We've had, was it only 2 clean sheets in the last 10 games? Letting goals in, which is and again, it was passing around at the back that cost us a goal today. Slime says, glad to see Diaz leading in the pitch. Don't know why I got the yellow card because apparently I think the refs have told players if you surround the ref, the third player to come and complain is the one that gets the booking. Was it Lamina got sent off yesterday? And apparently, and I think it was Never said that was the reason given for the second yellow card. He was the third person to approach the ref. Ref booked him. But United and Arsenal players have been doing this for years. Lots some City players have as well, but so you can't say it's just it's not us as well. But they should be doing stuff and just stop it. I want the game to flow. I hate the time wasting. I hate all this gamesmanship and all that. I want the game to flow. I want more active minutes in the game. I don't want, a game that's got where the ball's on the pitch 60 minutes of the game and the rest of the time it's been wasted. I want to see more action. And when I genuinely believe, and I'm pretty sure most of you agree, when there's more action, that gives City more chances to win the game because there's more time. Obviously, the ball's in play. If the ball's in play 70 minutes instead of 60 in a game, that gives us a huge opportunity to score, but people are wasting time. I can't remember who it was. Was it Digne? He took the ball off, okay, and it was a City throw. And as someone was going to get it, he kicked the ball away. Not far, but he stopped the quick throw. And you can understand why he's done it, obviously, because he's out of position. But he stopped the quick throw, and that stopped us getting the advantage. Grealish pen wasn't really one, but I'll take it, says Alec. I thought it was very soft, but, he ran across the player. The player accidentally clipped him, but you get a penalty for that. Slime says, I bet the referee will be biased towards Arsenal next game. They're doing everything possible, tricking the book to stop. Look, as Scudamore said a few years ago, when we were Centurions, he doesn't want the league to be like that. They want the league to be closer. They want it to go to the last day. They want a few teams involved. So they have, like four, say 4 teams can win it on the last day. And they have, replica Premier League titles at different grounds. They want that occasion. They want that excitement. Like when City won it on the last day against QPR. They want 2 teams who could have won it. And when City will go toe-to-toe with Liverpool, yeah? And that's formidable season. We went toe-to-toe and a couple of seasons back. Last season, we went toe-to-toe, and it went down to the last game of the season. They want that because what does that do? It keeps that interest in the Premier League at top level. Alex Hayes was off work today at City. Was off work at City today, full of cold, feeling better already. Absolutely, you've got to feel better after a City win. Arsenal game is a must-win. I don't think it's a must-win. I say it's a must-not lose. We cannot afford to lose against Arsenal. Arsenal have still got some tough games this season. And maybe then when they come to us, it's a must-win for us. But I say it's a must-not lose. If we can get a draw at their place and get back into winning games, then we'll see. Arsenal got a lot of games to go. They got the League Cup final. They got that to play. So that's going to end up with them having an extra game somewhere else. So, we've got to rely on us. I don't think we need to win it, but I think we cannot afford to lose. Andy says Brentford played Arsenal off the park in the first half, looked very good. Well, there you go. They could have won that game, Brentford. So they could have lost it. They got lucky with the offside goal that they scored to equalise. But teams can do it. Everton, look what they did against Arsenal. Look what we did against another top Arsenal, but we weren't the top City in the FA Cup. So people can do it. Dre says, I don't think Pep was ever set up for an 0. City didn't move the ball out of the first half and no more poor back passes. But we've seen that too often recently. We saw it last week. We saw it this week. Poor passes, and we get opened. Alex says, Hope Haaland is okay. Me too. The refs are too protected. Refs and goalkeepers are too protected. Hey, Omar Abdul Rahman. Bernardo was a bit better. He was bob on today, Omar. Playing in a different position. Dre says City were 2-0 up. Diaz had no need to rush the ref. Absolutely, but they're used to getting away with it. So, but it's one of those things. When you get to 3-0, it's very hard for any team to come back. Yeah, the stats will show you that, and the stats for City, who comes back from 3-0 down against City? So obviously, we want other teams to have pressure by having yellow cards, maybe red cards. Just quickly check that. Come on. I was supposed to do something. Anyway, love City fans booing today. I was in my bed. And Knight says, Andy, I was actually, tell you what, guys, I totally forgot. I was in these eBay auctions and these items were finishing tonight. They were finishing tonight. I can't believe it. At 7:02. And I should have been putting some bids in. I'm very much into my ties. So this one's got 44 seconds left. So you're going to have to bear with me, guys. I'm going to just put a couple of quick bids in on. Let's try and get this. I'm not going to bid more than that for that. Let's put another quarter. So you're going to have to bear with me, guys. I'm not going to let them go. I've got about 20 seconds, so I'm going to have to try and quickly find ties that I really like, if there's any left. I'm winning that one. Let's quickly put this in. I should get a couple more wins. They've left it all late to put the bids in, which is what they do, so there's no one else can beat them once they've done it. And they costing me. Let's see if I can't get another bid in there. I'll let it go. If I win any, I win them. But I love buying ties. I love it. Well, I just won another tie in an auction. Yeah, that's a nice looking tie. I missed that one. That was a nice one as well. No, I got that one last week. So I missed out on loads. But fingers crossed, this is how I spend some of my time. Fingers crossed I got some crackers. Missed a couple of that I liked. I missed that one. Let's have a look. 12 minutes left on this tie, so let's put a quick bid in. Quite like that. I do like my YSL ties and my Dior's. You know, a bit of the old Frenchness in me. There's no Frenchness in me. I'm living in France and liking them. So I've got 3 more. They've got one's got 2 minutes to go. So there you go. You find out a bit more about me and what I do with some of my time. Cheers, Andy. Take it easy, mate. Hope you have a good week. I love City fans booing today. Yeah, absolutely. I had a booed if I was. I can't just worry about his handsome face. No, I wouldn't worry about that. But he's made some mistakes recently. Maybe he was lucky at the start of the season. Who knows? Who knows? It's funny how the Premier wants the close box office interest, but hunting City, absolutely. If it wasn't for City, well, they could argue if it wasn't for City, it'd be close between Liverpool, Man United, Arsenal, and Spurs, and Chelsea. Maybe that's what they want, because excuse me, this seasons that City win it comfortably. There's nothing going on. This season's going to go down to the wire unless Arsenal collapse. Alex was listening to City Extra Watch Long game, and Edison haters would I watch the game on my own. I can't be watching that rubbish. If we played like Everton and Brentford with the sit back and counter, I would bet on a sure City winner versus Arsenal. Alvarez made us create more chances today. Omar Ahmed says, Akash Dilip, how you doing, buddy? Dre, what are you saying, buddy? Got to cut. I can't just like one of those bagging. Look, he played well at the early start of the season. Maybe he just needs to be out for a couple of games and come back fighting. The pot quality very underrated, says Alex. Yeah, very good at moving that ball quickly. Akash's great game today. Finally saw us play good, absolutely. And Andy Hoyle says, I used to collect coins and stamps on eBay. Always bid at the last minute. Oh, my wife does that. Always at the last minute. The problem is, and here's the problem, I'm into so many auctions, and there's one guy, he sells his ties. But you might have 20 on at the same time. I can hear the clicks coming through. So these things have just, obviously these auctions have finished. So I missed that one. Let's see. I missed that one. I missed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I missed 6. Missed out on 6 that I thought I might get. So let's have a quick look at that. There's a nice YSL tie that I want. So I missed out on 6. It's not so bad, is it? I missed out on 6. But I won 2. It's not bad. I won 2 out of 6. I'm not going to show you what these ties look like, guys. And I won last week. I won 6 or 7. I don't know what. I don't wear them that much anymore, ties. But when I one day I'll give them all to my kids, because they are beautiful. Some of these old ties, love them. So let's have a look at more comments before I will. Look, obviously, people are getting bored with me talking about sartorial elegance and buying ties. Notice Haaland is defending well too, including assisting, says Alec. Yeah, look, he has to work out. You're part of a team. Good performance first half. Once TS was taken off for Akanji, we turned back to that rubbish side. I don't think it was just. It wasn't great second half. I don't think it was just Akanji. I just think you take 2, 3 players off or whatever, and then you take a couple more off. It's going to change it. You lose that rhythm, and we lost it. Andy says 1, 2 out of 6. 1, 2 sounds like Liverpool, absolutely. But no, to be honest, I think if I would, there's some ties I missed that went really cheap, and I was gutted because the problem is this guy does a lot of ties that finish on a Sunday about 7 o'clock. So if you're watching football, there's that going on. Sometimes at my mum's house, visiting her. So there's a lot going on. You miss out on these. Fans welcoming coach was superb, says Alec. Yeah, I heard there was a lot of noise. As I said, I wish this blooming car hadn't broken down. And I would have been there as well. We're up to 960. Thank you to whoever was our last latest subscriber. Ethio Deutsch. That was recent, Ethio Deutsch, but nice to have you on board. 960. So one more person after this stream. If you can just squeeze a few more out today. Hey, who knows? You got to think big and say, hey, could we do it by the end of February? We'll definitely do it by the end of the year, by the end of the season, sorry. But by the end of February would be really, really nice. You'll get a lot more videos from me, especially when the Champions League starts. I'll be back watching Champions League games. I could go to the FA Cup game. I could have got a ticket, but too busy. My kids are off next week, which is, well, they're on holiday next week. They're on with school trip, both of them. So that gives me more time to make videos. The week after, they're on half term. It gives me less time to make videos because I'm sure we'll be going out here and there. Didn't like the second half. It peeved me off. Yeah, absolutely. I was frustrated because part of me wanted Haaland and everybody else to get through to about 60 minutes. I thought that was a good time to take them off, to get through that early period in the second half. But, we have to be better than this. It's a bit of a negative, but we have to be more robust. And we let Villa back in. They could have scored more. Obviously, they could have scored 3 or 4 goals today. That Coutinho on that was just tipped over. The one that Coutinho put, I don't know who he put through on the left, and Edison came out and he saved it when it looked like there's a tap in was on, and 1 or 2 other half chances that they had. So it would have been gutting, and it could have broken us if we'd let them back in and let them get a draw. Buxton, how are you doing? Big win needed at the den of the enemy. We just need to keep going, mate. Just need to keep going. I don't worry about Arsenal. Yeah, as I said, I think Arsenal won another one. We don't need to worry about Arsenal. We worry about ourselves. I just think we just got to not lose. I don't think we need to win because we're playing away from home. I think we've got to not lose. If we can get 4 points off Arsenal, I'd be happy with that. If we can get 4 points off Arsenal, that leaves a gap to, basically 2 points. And they're going to lose or draw at least 2 or 3 more games, including against us. I'm sure Arsenal will drop points in at least 3 games, not including City games. So that's our chance. But the problem is, can I see us winning the rest of our games this season? No, I can't. We'll drop points in at least, I think, 3 games this season. So there you go. Worries me when Akanji and Ake play, we make mistakes and they offer nothing going forward. I don't worry about that sometimes. I don't worry about, I understand what you're saying, but sometimes I want Ake on the left. Doesn't need to be in the middle. I want Ake on the left just to stop people like Saka. I want him to stop good quality right wingers. City will be up for it on Wednesday, says Alec. Positive, still a long way. We've got 16 games this season. I think we've got 16. Plenty of games, loads left. Hope Akanji and Ake play against Arsenal. Please, Pep, hope they don't play. Well, you said I hope they do. I don't mind Ake on the left. But Arsenal fans are rattled. They've got to be. Hope Akanji and don't play. Well, I don't mind. So many messages like my lads messing about with the alarm system. Anyway, Arsenal is spiteful and absolutely drove the campaign up here. Oh, I totally agree. But my feeling is we don't need to beat Arsenal. We need to put in a good performance, but we don't need to beat them. A draw, I'd take that. I really would take a draw. Obviously, I want to beat Arsenal. I want to beat them. I want to beat them bad. But I'd take a draw because I'd take a draw because a win would be fantastic, but a draw keeps that gap. It stops them pulling away. And we'll still have 15 games this season to make up the points. Hey, if we win 12 out of 15, if we win 12 out of our last 15 games, it's going to be really tight. I think we're going to need to win at least 12 out of our last 15. Even then, I'm not sure it's enough. If you could tell me now we win 13 out of our last 15 games, I think we win the league. Hopefully we don't lose 2. If you can win 13, draw 1, that's 46 points. 13 times 3, 39, that's 40 points. We'll finish in about 88 points. I think that's might just be enough. But 90 points is what I said. You need 20 points. You need 90 points. You need 90 points, I think, as a minimum to win the league. And then I'll say you're good. And if Arsenal win with 87, then I'll say it's not a vintage season. If City aren't pushing you. Hey, Algerian Warrior, how you doing, buddy? Hey, anybody new to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. We are getting closer and closer to 1,000 subscribers. We've had one more tonight. We're on 960 subscribers. Fantastic. Thank you so much, everybody. Buxton says, Aki at left back. I'd like that. I'd like that. We've got Saka. Arsenal slowed down a lot. They seem fatigued. Look, if they lose to City, yeah, obviously the psychological thing helps. But also being ahead and having us close is a problem for Arsenal. And that's why one of the reasons they're wobbling a bit. But hey, look, Brentford, don't take anything away from Brentford. They're a good team at the moment. The penalty debate with our team was odd. Thought it was Haaland. I thought it'd be Haaland. I'm surprised Haaland didn't take it. And then if it's not Haaland, it's got to be Mahrez, hasn't it? Très bien, merci, Algerian Warrior. Merci beaucoup. I'm talking rubbish French. My French is all over the place today. Je suis très bien, merci. I'm doing really well. Met a guy from Latvia today. Latvia. Car showroom that we went to. Guy was Latvian. Wow. Alan. I'm sure that's not his real name. If you're from Latvia, maybe I'm wrong. What's this? Mahrez. Yeah, but I think it bobbled. So, look, he scored the penalty. That really put the game to bed. I'm sure Arsenal will not keep it up till the end, says Algerian Warrior. I agree. I can't see Arsenal being able to do that. We should have scored 5 today. I agree. Gunnar didn't pass. Yeah. Gunnar didn't pass to Haaland. Mahrez hits there. There's 2. We should have scored. And I think we had 2 or 3 other decent chances as well. Martinez played well. We're still a little proliferate. Can't even say it. Hey, Mohammed Himda. Mohammed, how you doing, buddy? Hope you're well. If you're from Algeria, say, Wesh Rakom Sava. And if you are new to the channel, anybody, please subscribe to our channel. Hey, we've not talked much about Riyad Mahrez today, so I think it is worth talking about Riyad Mahrez. So, some good play. I love it when Riyad Mahrez links up with KDB. He links up with Walker on the outside, KDB on the inside, vice versa. I love all that stuff. There was one where he got Digne booked. Beautiful. Superb close control. So he basically stuns the ball when it's passed to him, and so quickly he moves it past Digne. Digne just took his leg out, brought him down, took a yellow card. Penalty, great. He waited till Martinez started his dive, put it in the other side. So that was a good penalty. Had some other good moments as well. So I thought it was a pretty decent game from Mahrez. That City that he missed, it would have been really good if he'd scored, because, obviously it would have really shut the game off them. Villa still thought they could have possibly got something. But if Mahrez had scored that late one on, and as I said earlier, 2 goals in a game, his stats are just getting better and better this season. Alex says, clown interviewing Pep. Awful to watch. All stupid questions Pep has to answer. Look, if I was Pep, I would say no more questions about this. If they're talking about the charges, no more questions. He's done his one big one. Otherwise, they'll be asking him every single press conference. He should say, no comment, move on. That's it now. No comment, move on. I've given you lots to write about. No comment, move on. I absolutely don't want that. Oh, I cheered when Liverpool, was it whoever beat Liverpool to stop them getting, was it Watford or whoever? No, Watford. Yeah, to stop them getting to 100 points. I cheered. You got to take these things. Oh, I didn't get that YSL tie. Oh, I can't believe that. Oh, and it sold for 50p more than I bid. Well, someone left it obviously right to the last second. So let's have a look. Whoa. Yeah, they bid right at the last second. 1 second to go. Was it 1 second to go? Well, I would never have been able to fight that one. I never would have been able to do that one because it was 1 second before the deadline. What's this one? Sorry, guys. I'll have a quick look. Oh, car shop I went to today, so they've sent me an email because we didn't buy the car. Come to visit Boston, Mohammed. Look, mate. Pep said we were better. Do one, Pep. Do one. I would love to come to Boston, but I'm very, very busy these days. I was trying to do a tour to America either next year, probably the year after. We're just trying to get the tour to the UK and Europe sorted out, finished this year. Next year, hopefully, we'll do a bigger tour in the UK and Europe. And the year after, if that tour goes well in Europe and the UK, then we look at the States. Asmodeus says, we look sharp today. It's 3 a.m. in Malaysia right now. Oh, salamat pagi. Salamat pagi to Asmodeus. There you go. I can still remember. And it is good morning. So salamat pagi to you. Alec Johnson says, what's that? Says, Alec Johnson, surely not that is worrying going forward. Pep just said we were better second half. Pile of rubbish. Algerian Warrior. Arsenal start to show some fatigue. Absolutely. There's pressure on them now. And also, you've got to remember, the last 2 games weren't the best games for Arsenal to play. Everton, with the new manager, I said before that game that Dyche would be looking for a really tight ship at the back, and I'd be surprised if Arsenal could score. And, I thought it might be 0-0. I thought Dyche, I think Everton would have been happy, but they went out and got that 1-1. 1-0, sorry, to Everton. So Everton actually turned him over. And then the 1-1 was the Brentford. And the Brentford are a pretty good side. They're doing really well in the league. So it's not going to be easy. Not going to be easy. So the pressure games. Now they're playing Villa. Now Villa just lost the last 2 games. Yeah. So there's going to be a bit of stuff coming from Villa. They're not going to Unai Emery, Arsenal. So obviously after Arsenal play us, they got that Villa game. Now if they get beat by us, huge pressure. Huge pressure. They know this is the thing. And Liverpool knew it as well. They've got to win every game. Arsenal feel that, apart from us, they've got to win every game. So they cannot afford a draw against Villa. So that brings with it its own pressure. 100 points is our heritage. We're the greatest Premier League today. Absolutely. KDB was good today. But Bernardo, left back, shot me. He did it. But he did all right, Alec. He did all right. But it also depends on the rest of the team. If the rest of the team are really good, then anybody can play at left back within reason. Hope Pep doesn't believe the rubbish he spoke about. We were betting the second half. It was nonsense, but Pep does that. Maybe it was sarcastic or tongue-in-cheek. Never underestimate City. Absolutely. We did the business. Really, really pleased with what we did today. I'm just looking at some, me. I'm there looking at more ties. Let's see how many. I think I won. Oh, I don't want that. I didn't want that. I think I won 3 ties today, so it's not bad. Let's have a look. No, I won 4 ties. So hey, won 4 ties. Let's have a look what I've got. Christian Dior tie. That's very nice. Hugo Boss. It's very nice. Van Book and a Duchamp. Wow, beauties, all of them. Did I really win that Christian Dior tie? And now look at this Christian Dior tie that I won. I'm thinking, really? Did I really bid that much for that? Did I really? It's all right. It's not what my normal thing. I must have been in a odd mood when I paid for that. What's this one? Another one. Another one. Hey. Oh, it looks like I got another. Let's have a look. And that's that one. I'm really, really surprised about that. But hey, take it. So that's 4 new ties. I don't know. I bet you it won't be at least 6 months before I wear these. But I'm going to start wearing. It's always, I think, always nice to look nice. It feels good as well to look nice and dress smart. I used to do that all the time. Let's look at some more stuff from you guys before it is almost time to go. Hope the lads are ready for Arsenal. Hope we get it done. Absolutely. Algerian Warrior says, I believe that the 2 players who made the difference in almost all the matches, Xhaka and Martinelli, they started to show a drop in form. True. But, I mean, we had Nketiah stepping up recently. I think Jesus will be back soon. I'm not sure. Wednesday might be too soon for him. But you got to remember lots of, in a normal season, even City would struggle to win the number of games Arsenal won in the first half of the season. They lost 1, drawn 2, and won about 16 in the first half of the season. That's tremendous. So, even City would struggle to do that. So at some point, Arsenal's form has to dip. Now, it depends whether for how long it dips and whether they can recover to the form of the first half of the season. If Arsenal recover to the form of the first half of the season, they win the title. I think they win the title. But it's a two-way. It's a two-way street, you know. Oh, probably wrong cliche to use, but it depends. Obviously, we have to step up. Arsenal have to drop off just a little bit. Okay, if one of those things doesn't happen, I think it's Arsenal's title. We've got to go on a run. We've got to go on a run. Got to do it. Got to do it. 3 in a row would be unbelievable. It really would. 3 on the row. Then all we're missing is the Champions League. If we can get the 3 on the row, you know, we've won loads of titles. Got to be happy. 3 on the row on the trot, incredible. 4 out of the last 6, 5 out of the last 7, superb. Superb it would be. So we've just got to keep our heads down. And this summer, we will get reinforcements. We will get some younger quality reinforcements. You know, I'm at least 60% sure that Jude Bellingham will come to Man City. It's the best place for him. He would be a great addition to City. Really would. A top-class left-back would be a great addition to City. Top-class left-back. Okay? And a top winger, that would be a great addition. Those 3, that Kvaratskhelia, the Georgian kid at Napoli, those would be incredible additions. Hey, Fodil Bushema, salam to you, brother. Guys, if you are new to the channel, please give us a thumbs up, give us a like, and subscribe to the channel, please. We've been making a lot of strides in the last month or so. We got 965, guys. We've got 6 new subscribers. 6 new subscribers today and 5 in the last 20 minutes. I don't know what rubbish. Has it been talking about ties that people have been subscribing? Do I think... Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. We will buy some new players. Now, we don't know who's going. Gundogan hasn't signed a new contract. I would like Gundogan to stay. Okay? I would like Gundogan to stay. I think we will be getting a left back. I want Cancelo to go, so I think we will get a new left back. Okay, don't know who it is. Sorry, no idea. I think we will be going for Jude Bellingham. No question in my mind. Jude Bellingham. If we get Jude Bellingham, brilliant, brilliant. Obviously, that means people look at Phillips and think, you know, for me, if Cancelo goes and we get, say, 40, 50 million, I don't think we'll get 60 million from Bayern Munich. If Cancelo goes for 40, 45 million, if Phillips, we can get 40, 35 million for him, it's 80 million quid. Okay, our financial fair play, whatever anybody wants to say, we're smashing financial fair play. If we can get rid of those 2, okay, or not get rid of, but if those 2 leave, we get that sort of money. And if Bernardo goes, I think we get at least another 40, 50 million for him. It should be 60. I mean, realistically, in my mind, those guys are worth 150, 160 million quid all day long. But if we get something like 120 million, it's a lot of money. It gives us a lot of firepower. Don't worry about, I'm not going to go through all financial stuff and amortization and contract lengths and this and that and net book values. But if we can sell just those 3 players and get 120 million quid in, and let's say we buy Jude Bellingham, I think that sorts our midfield out for one. We'll get somebody else the season after, because you've got to remember that KDB, Gundogan in the 30s, Mahrez in his 30s. So I think start off, get Jude Bellingham, then see next summer if anybody's leaving, and then work out what you're going to do. So we need some younger, fresh legs. He's ideal for me. If we let Bernardo and Phillips go, then we need 2 midfielders, in my opinion. Okay? Because Foden, for whatever reason, Foden should be now ready and comfortable as an attacking midfielder. He should be one of the people we choose. He should be a mix between Bernardo's impishness, zippiness, running around, keeping the ball, controlling the ball, taking people on, and Gundogan's calmness and control and getting into the box late, and KDB's creativity. I think Foden I thought he'd be there by now. I really did think he'd be there by now. But he's not. And that would make a huge difference if Foden can get back to the level he was 2 years ago. Get Bellingham, get Kvaratskhelia or somebody else like that. top winger, because I don't think Mahrez will have his contract renewed, because he'll be, by the time it's finished, he'll be 34. So we need somebody else to be coming through, somebody else good and ready right now, not somebody who we'll hope be ready in 2 or 3 years' time. We need somebody good and ready right now, and that Kvaratskhelia, I think he's the man. Give him time to get used to City and get in, and I think we'll do really well. Yeah, Keenan, Neville, full of it, absolutely. I think Bernardo, Gundo, Rodri, and Kevin playing the midfield together. I don't see any team who can keep up with it. But you've got to look at the ages now. That's what we're going to be looking at eventually. Rodri is, I think, still 25. So he's got youth on his side, but he's never was. I don't think he's particularly fast. Those players are not particularly fast. I think Kevin's probably the fastest of the lot, and he's in his 30s. Alex says Gundogan was good. Nice to see get a goal. Absolutely. Is Peroni an important player? Or just an scrubber? I think he could be an important player in midfield. So it could be let's say Phillips goes and Bernardo goes. Okay, we buy Jude Bellingham and Peroni comes through. Job done. If Foden can sort himself out and get back into a good level of play, then I think that's our midfield sorted out. If we can get another winger, then we'll have Grealish, Mahrez, Kvaratskhelia. I'm going to say we're going to get him. We'll have 3 good wingers, and Foden can play out there as well, either side when he's needed, when he's back on form. And we've got Haaland and Alvarez up front. I don't see a problem there. Then you look at it, so you got, for argument's sake, Foden and Grealish on the left, Mahrez and Kvaratskhelia on the right, Alvarez and Haaland up top. You got Cole Palmer. Hopefully, he's still got a potential to come through. But you get a new top-class left back. We've got plenty of centre backs. Rico Lewis and Kyle Walker right back. You're sorted. Excuse me. Hope we can bang Bellingham. Pool fans. No. I don't even. A Liverpool in the top 3. I'm not even sure Liverpool are in the top 3 for him. You can argue he was a Liverpool fan as a kid, or his dad loves Liverpool and all that. But without, and I don't think you look at the short term, but without Champions League, if Liverpool don't get Champions League, that's going to be really tough. But you can argue, if you're going to go somewhere for 10 years and you miss it one year, you can cope with that. Okay, so I don't think that's be all and end all. If they don't get European football at all, that's a bigger issue for Liverpool, because it's going to have a big impact on the money they earn. And if you don't get European football at all, they get no money from it. They're going to have to go and play some exhibition matches to bring in some money. Playing European football will get them 50, 60 million quid. Okay, plus the gate receipts. Playing Champions League football will get them so much more. They need that. Champions League, look, they're about 10, 11 points off at the moment. They can still come back and do that. Spurs lost yesterday. Liverpool can still go out and catch Spurs. So it's certainly not all over for Liverpool. And I think anybody who thinks Liverpool can get Champions League, I think they're just a bit silly. Of course, Liverpool can still get Champions League. Of course. But, they're going to have to go on a good run. And obviously, that's going to be their issue, is going on a good run. You look at, I'll go through that. Liverpool are 10th, okay? They've got 29 points. Spurs are 5th with 39. That's 10 points. Liverpool have got 3 games in hand on Spurs. 3. So win them, they're right knocking on the door, okay? But Newcastle, who are 4th, have played 22 games. Have got 41 points. Liverpool win their 2 games in hand. They're on 35. They're still 6 points behind. Then you've got Brighton, who are 6 points ahead of Liverpool. Liverpool got a game in hand. So Brighton are going to be fighting against Liverpool. They're not going to let it be easy. Yeah? They're not going to let it be easy. Now, it will all change, in my mind, if Everton beat Liverpool. If Everton beat Liverpool tomorrow night, Liverpool will be sagging. Everton will only be 8 points behind. Liverpool will be, it will really punish them. And then Liverpool will be 12 points behind Newcastle, who are 4th with a game in hand. Win that game in hand, they're 9 points behind. And Newcastle have been stumbling of late, but they're not losing games. That's a big, big thing for Newcastle, not losing games. United are pulling away from Newcastle. And obviously City, we're 2 points ahead of United with a game in hand. So it's a big, big game for Liverpool tomorrow. Big game. They lose to Everton or even draw. Even draw is going to leave them 11 points behind Newcastle with the game in hand. Yes, they can still catch them, but you've got to remember, but that means Newcastle having a bad finish to the season. And the teams in between not doing great. Someone's going to come on a good run. Liverpool right now, I've got 18 games. So technically, Liverpool can get another 54 points. Liverpool can finish with 83 points this season. 83 is the maximum. Now, Newcastle, to get 83 points, they need another 42 points. That's 13 wins. Out of 16, don't see that. But they can get, if Newcastle can win another 10 games this season, I think it's hard for Liverpool to overtake them. So there's lots of things still to go on this season. Absolutely, Foden can play midfield, but he's not playing well enough. He's been losing the ball. He's so much often. Is Davies from Bayern realistic? I don't think so. But he would be incredible for us. Really would. I wanted David Alaba when he left, but Davis would be incredible if we could get him. I hope Liverpool never return. We brought them Klopp out to excuses. I can't stand this guy. So fake. If anyone drops out of the top four, it'll be Newcastle. Absolutely. Hey, Blue Monday, how you doing, buddy? How you doing? I don't know. Liverpool season isn't over. I really don't agree with that because, as I said, Fulham are in 7th. Here we go. Fulham are in 7th, okay? On 35 points. Liverpool got 3 games in hand, 6 points behind. Tottenham, as I said, they're in 5th with 39. Liverpool have got 3 games in hand. They can get to 38 points, 1 point behind them. And I can't see Tottenham staying the course. An injury to Harry Kane and Tottenham season's over. So I still think Liverpool will get European football. But tomorrow is going to be a big... I hope Spurs don't get it. I really don't. I really don't hope they get it. Anyway, guys, I'm going to bid you farewell now, guys. It's been on for over an hour. I've got a lot to do. What time is it? It's already at nearly 8, on its way to 8 o'clock. I've got cars to look at. I've got to buy a car. Got to sort that out. I've got to go about 4 o'clock or something at 4:30 to the airport tomorrow with my lads. So I better go and get some shut eye. Guys, thank you for coming on. An hour and 6 minutes. This is how it used to be. So much to talk about. And a City win and a decent first half performance was brilliant. And we staggered over the line in the second half. So got to be pleased with the win. And it, in the first half, showed us that we can still do it. Guys, anyone new to the channel, really would appreciate it if you can subscribe to the channel. We've done really well. 967, 8 new people today. I thank you so much. I'm so excited because that game against Arsenal on Wednesday, we could, who knows, we could get through 1,000 subscribers. Just need one mega video and we get through 1,000 subscribers. Guys, look after yourselves. It's been so much fun tonight. It's been so much fun. I've enjoyed it, and I've enjoyed your company, guys. We roll on. Hopefully, I'll try and get Bernard on. We'll do a chit chat tomorrow. Tuesday, we'll do something about Pep's press conference for the game on Wednesday, and obviously Wednesday we should be able to do the. I've got this thing. I'm supposed to be going up to. I'm supposed to be in rehearsals on Wednesday, which if the theatre's booked, I've got to go. I've got to go on Wednesday if the theatre's booked. So we'll see, guys. We'll see. So, but I've got to watch the game. I'll watch the game. I'm not sure if I'll do a team news beforehand. I might be on the way back because it's 2 hours away where we're going. So got to do that. JRX, nice to have you around, buddy. Nice to see you, mate. Yeah, we've done quite a few videos this last week, and I always say I'm planning this. You never know what happens the next day, but I'm planning video with Bernard tomorrow, and then on Tuesday we'll do a preview video for Arsenal, and obviously Pet's press conference, and obviously Wednesday is the Arsenal game, and then we roll on to Thursday, which hopefully Thursday will be a review of the Arsenal game with Bernard. Friday, you roll on to do your press conference for Pep, and obviously game at the weekend. So things are stepping up, and thank you so much for all the new people who subscribed today. It's fantastic that you've joined City Fan TV. 967, 33 away from the magic 1,000. Thanks so much, guys. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.